Hey everybody, Dean Young Home Tech, Saturday afternoon, and it's about 1:30. Man, I am just slap wore out. It has been a week, and this home, I believe it was 3,200 square feet. It tore me slap out. This one was rescheduled twice. In a way, the first time we were going to schedule it, and then they put that off to get the utilities turned back on. And so we got it scheduled for the following week. And then I came here, gas, water, and electric were still turned off. So finally got out here and just walking through the place the first couple times, I knew it was going to be a beast. And these 80s houses, man, I don't know what it is about an 80s house, but you can ask about any inspector. There's something about an 80s house. They just wear your butt out, man. There's just so much going on. I don't know what it was from back in the 80s to cause that, but so I'm sitting here waiting for the buyers and the agent. I got here super early. Just to give myself plenty of time to go through everything. Last time I was here, I didn't make, I pretty much got all my styles and materials of everything, just walking through. That saved a lot of time, and I went ahead and inspected a lot of the exterior already. So, that saved some time too. But a lot going on here, and a lot of maintenance stuff. So, I don't want to have to tell people this all the time, but when you own a home, you have to maintain it. You gotta come up with a maintenance plan. My allergies are killing me. But you gotta come up with a maintenance plan, and I now attach a maintenance book to my reports for everybody. Just kind of gives you a little idea about what to do around your home, just to keep it maintained. That is very, very important. A home is what you make it, and you want to be happy and you want to be comfortable in your home. You want to take care of it. You're not paying that mortgage for nothing, that goes towards ownership of owning that home and making it comfortable. So not doing routine maintenance on a home, it's going to decrease the value, and your neighbors are going to be pissed off, and it's just going to be horrific. It's going to be hard to sell. You don't know how many houses I've been in where my hair got hair head or hat head, where people just live. I mean, you live in your house, but they just live there. They don't maintain it. They don't have a maintenance plan. They don't do anything. They just use everything in the house, and they don't maintain it. They don't keep upkeep. They don't do upkeep on the home. They don't randomly go in the crawl space and make sure everything's good. They don't randomly go up in the attic and make sure everything's good. They don't look under their sinks and their faucets, and a lot of people just wait for things to break, and they take care of it then when it's too late. Or like a roof, your roof starts leaking and then you wonder why, but you haven't maintained it in years. So there's a lot that goes into home ownership. It's just not about, oh, I got a house, this is my house. Yeah, it's your house, but you got to maintain it. Very, very, very important. And even if you're not a client of mine and you would like a maintenance checklist, or the maintenance list or booklet that I send out to the buyers and sellers, I will gladly send you a copy at no charge. I just want people to take care of their homes and make it a comfortable place where you're not going to have a lot of issues. So that's that. Also, next weekend, next Saturday, a week from today, I've already booked probably my biggest inspection of myself, not through any other company that I've worked for, but through myself. I mean, I have inspected $1 million properties before, but not for myself. So this is, I guess I'm very grateful. I'm very excited, and I'm just looking so forward to it. There is some anxiety, but not to where I don't feel like I'm gonna not do a good job. It's just, I'm just gonna have to take a break, take a lunch. This is gonna take me a while to do, and I'm gonna really enjoy it. You know, I'm just gonna take my time and to an extent, and just give them a good quality inspection. It's, I believe it's 2008, and it is located on Blues Lake. Value is a little over $1 million, and that's about it. They did ask, do you inspect the piers? And I'm like, no, that's beyond the scope of a home inspection. You want me to put on a dive suit and inspect the piers? That's not gonna happen. It's kind of like pool inspections. For you realtors that are listening out there, and for any other inspectors that do pool inspections, to me, just looking at the pool components is not enough. To properly and fully inspect a pool, to me, you would have to drain it. And to fill it back up would probably cost the inspector his inspection fee plus whatever. So when you've got an inspector that says they do pool inspections, it's probably going to be a limited inspection, which is probably not going to be beneficial to you, because if there's a leak in your pool, that's what I'm going to want to know. You know, if the sand filter's messed up or leaking, or there's a breaker that's whatever, stuff like that in the pool house. You know, I understand that, but you want to make sure the lights are functioning properly inside the pool, make sure there's no electrical issues or grounding issues. If somebody got in the pool and they got electrocuted, I mean, that's a big liability. And $150, I'm sorry, but I'm not doing it and taking on that liability, because $150 is not worth, I mean, it's not. The liability, and you could possibly electrocute somebody. So I stay away from that. Also, last night on my post, you know, my brother Corey replied to a couple of things. There are things that are beyond home inspection. These are typical things that are not in every home. So you're going to see satellite panels. Just got a mind block. You're going to see the panels, the solar panels. You're going to see solar panels. That's beyond the scope of a home inspection. You're going to see a hot tub. That's beyond the scope of a home inspection. Irrigation systems is beyond the scope of a home inspection. There may be some that do irrigation systems. Generators are beyond the scope of a home inspection. There may be some that do. These things are a big liability. We're not trained on these things, and it's just more involved. It'd probably be an invasive inspection to really thoroughly check these things out. So that's why that's why we waive these things, to get the proper professional out there to fully evaluate them, to make sure that they are right, because you could easily be misinformed by just having a home inspection and not really doing a thorough invasive inspection on those items. I'm sure there's a couple other things that are probably waived as well. I can't think of right now. But that's about it, man. This is my old logo shirt. I still got these shirts. I still wear them. That's my new logo. A lot of people ask me if I work for a franchise or if this is a franchise, and I tell them no. No, I'm not a franchise. Don't say that. I don't want to be a franchise. I don't want to tarnish my name and my reputation. I don't want to babysit people in other areas and have my name jeopardized. That's the whole thing about hiring someone else. It's no stepping on toes, no offense to anybody. But when I had my repair business, I would have people work with me, and I was with them 24/7. I never ever sent somebody. Well, yes, I did. Take that back, but I didn't send them there. They were there with me. So what happened was, well, first, I've always had my helper with me just to be a helper and to learn and to be able to do things, so forth. But one time I was doing a job for Barnes & Noble in Winston-Salem. This is the only one time that I've ever left a job and left an employee there. And at commercial places, you have to get there real early and be done by a certain time, or you go in late and work overnight. So we're there real early in the morning when the employees are first coming in to start getting ready and set up and everything, and we're doing our stuff. And I leave the guy and I run over to Lowe's because they had just opened like 7 o'clock. We got at Barnes & Noble about 6:30. We're there for a little bit, and then I run over to Lowe's and I get some things, and I come back, and as soon as I pull in the parking lot, my phone rings and it's my helper. And he's like, "Dean, man, I don't know what's wrong with these people in here, man. They're crazy and blah, blah, blah." And I was like, What are you talking about? And he's like, "Man, I'm just gonna come to the truck and we can leave." I said, "What are you talking about, man?" So I get in the parking lot and I'm walking towards the store and he's walking out. He's like, "Man, don't even go in there. These people are crazy." I was like, oh my God, the one time I leave, something happens. So I go in and the manager's there. He's like, "I need you and your employee to leave my store." I was like, what? What happened? And my helper was outside. And I was like, what happened? He said, as soon as you left, he's like, "I heard you giving him instructions and directions and stuff for things to do while you're gone. And when you left, he went over and laid down in the middle of the floor and fell asleep. And my employees were pushing carts and having to go around him and step over him. And that's not acceptable and blah, blah, blah." And I was like, what? He did what? So I was pissed. So me and the worker had a little conversation. We had a talk. And this guy, I'd been trying to help for a long time. He'd been working with me for about 1.5 years. And I met him when I lived over in Guilford College. I think this was before, I just met Vanessa, maybe, right around that same time. It was about late 2009, 2010. I met him. He was standing on the corner at Guilford College in Bridgeford. He used to hold a sign. He was homeless. And I pulled over one day and went to the Sheets and walked across the street and talked to him for a little bit and just kind of got his backstory and his background. And so I hired him, and I picked him up every day at a hotel he was staying at, and eventually he was able to save enough money to stay in it was like a boarding house type thing where a bunch of people lived in, like they had one house, like an older house. It was off the MLK. It was an older house, and they separated into a bunch of different rooms. I forgot what you call them houses, but he rented a room there. Eventually he got evicted, and I used to loan him money, and he never paid what he said he was going to pay. And I went through a lot with this guy. I prayed over him. He went to church with me. Church prayed over him. I just wanted to help him, you know. I wanted to help him. I wanted to see him succeed. But it just got to the point where I just had to let him go. He borrowed a lot of money. He never paid it back. Then he got to where he didn't want to show up. When I came to pick him up, he wasn't ever there. So I'm driving my way across town. I gave him my cell phone to keep in touch with him. He ran the bill up. Had to shut the phone off. Had no way of getting in contact with him then. I said, screw the phone, whatever. I'll pay for the phone. So it just got to be a mess. And I've tried to hire several people to work with me, and it just doesn't work out. Either they lie about experience, or no transportation, or no money. They want money up front. I mean, you know, just people, I've done this and I've done that, I can do this, and then you hire them and they don't do anything. They don't know anything. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. It's 16 minutes in, man. This video probably won't even upload, I don't know. So buyers and agents should be here in just a few, about 15. And I'll see you guys soon. Dean Young Home Tech Inspections.